leaders, and allow me to thank all the speakers in a very, very special way. Our guest this morning, the President of LSK, Dr. Jackson, our Solicitor General, our Vice Chair of Judicial Service Commission, our Governor. Those speeches were very encouraging, very edifying to us, people who labor every day for the sake of ensuring the wheels of justice are kept going. Thank you very much. I'm actually wondering what I was going to say. To hand to it, I'm almost tempted as a good lawyer to say I associate myself with those good speeches, and I say no more. But allow me, in a very, very special way, to recognize the judges who are present here with us today. If you cannot be upstanding, my lords, my ladies, the President of the Court of Appeal, the Principal Judge of the High Court and Principal Judges of the Courts of Equal Status, Judges of the Court of Appeal, Judges of the High Court, Judges of Employment and Labor Relations Court, and Judges of ELC are here with us. We celebrate you, we celebrate the work you do. We acknowledge the sacrifices that you make with very little resources that are given to the judiciary to see to it that every year they file over 500,000 cases, and we are determining 99% of those cases that are filed. Can we really appreciate these gallant men and women who toil every day? Before I became a judge, I never imagined a fire would intrude my bedroom. But I can assure you I sleep with several of them. And so are these judges who are in front of you, who have to wake up in the middle of the night and catch up with a paragraph of performance under the Performance Management and Measurements Understanding, reached a remarkable 97% rating, an improvement from 93.7 in the previous financial year. So when you see us, you know we work all the time, and we log in and we log out. Not long ago, the Prime Cabinet Secretary came to benchmark, I think before he moved to the Foreign Affairs Ministry. He was in the public service, and he came to benchmark on the judiciary to see how we track our performance. So this achievement underscores our collective dedication to excellence and service delivery. Similarly, our judiciary staff also demonstrated commendable productivity, with 92% of them appraised, achieving an average performance score of 96.1% under the performance appraisal system, which we call PASS. So well done, judiciary staff, for this performance, and we continue to commend this tool, which we have used to manage and assess performance of individual judicial staff. You will recall before 2015, it was said that it is impossible to measure performance of judges because they are independent. But we judges were humble enough to accept that although we are independent, we are also accountable to the people of Kenya. We must account to the people of Kenya for the privilege they have given us to serve them, for the money they pay us through the toil of taxpayers, the privileges we have of the facilities we have, ongoing commitment to delivering justice that is not only timely and efficient, but also inclusive and responsive to the diverse needs of the Kenyans across the country. Through these transformative efforts, Kenyans are now able to access justice in closer proximity to their communities. And we are preaching this message to them all the time, that justice is a lived experience, that justice belongs to the people, that judiciary belongs to them. And that's why we encourage the Court Users Committee in every court, and it is the Court Users Committees that keep informing our judges and our magistrates how best to serve our people. The realization of affordable and accessible justice for all is steadily becoming a reality. A transformative development in the past financial year has been in our digital transformation, a journey which we have taken after many years of planning and investment. We achieved a nationwide rollout of e-filing, transforming how justice is accessed and delivered. E-filing is now fully implemented in all our court stations, allowing court users to file cases online, enhancing file security, especially that's a file security, Madam President. No longer do we hear of missing files or lost documents, and also eliminating the long-standing challenge of walking to court and straddling from one court to the other. To pick a line on that, tent. So you can see how indignified we are, because we are not able to do the things we do in dignity. But thank you so much for that commitment. And I also wish to say that the governor has really been a true friend of the judiciary. We've been haggling over the government square, and I think he determined the government square should remain government square. So the judiciary's car park is government square, is the Supreme Court plot. So we'll be able to put up a Supreme Court there with dignity, which will go also to the legacy of His Excellency the Governor, that he enhanced the status of the judiciary by having a Supreme Court building built on our plot. Thank you very much. So I was talking about our finances. And I wish to say that we received 22.4 billion, which was significantly below what was budgeted for. As you know, we budgeted for 43.1 billion. So this funding gap, because all those items we budgeted for are needed, this gap restricts our ability to realize the constitutional promise of social transformation through access to justice. The psychological impact of adjudicating
will now request your ladyship to hand it over. So, Honorable Chief Justice, allow me to welcome you, accompanied by our Cabinet Secretary for ICT, the Clerk of the National Assembly, Governor Nairobi, Governor Commissioner Ruto, our Solicitor General, Dr. Jackson, and the Deputy Chief Registrar of the Judiciary and President of the Law Society as a representation. Team, please help me move the podium. It is important, Honorable Chief Justice, to note that the justice sector and the judiciary works in collaboration with all our partners, and the presentation of this report really is a recount of our testament to remain transparent and to remain very accountable. allow us to take that picture. Thank you very, very much. Allow me, Chief Justice, to welcome you back to your seats. We also have copies of the Soja report in the popular version for all of you. You can download the report from the program, from the website. There's a QR code. Thank you. Thank you very much. We thank you again. We thank you, honorable judges. You've made this report a success, and it is indeed your achievements that we are celebrating today and your service